I think it's when I'm angry.
I'd say anxiety or worry.
Anxiety is one of them.
Okay.
Anger is another one.
So you feel like when you're angry, it's kind of difficult to like bounce back from that.
When I'm angry, so that's why I rarely get angry.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you're anxious or you're worried, you can't control the situation.
Yeah.
Neither can you control your emotions.
Yeah.
It's just a continuous waste of energy.
Yeah.
Not profiting much.
Yeah.
What I've tried to do for myself is find a way to question myself, to bring myself out of those places so that, I don't react excessively.
First and foremost, I cannot begin this video without telling you guys thank you for 100 subscribers. I really appreciate all the love on my last video. Also, when I get to 1K, I'm going to do my very first Q&A on this channel. So anticipate. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're an OG subscriber and if you're just seeing this face for the very first time, hi, hello, my name is Benny, and on this channel we talk about all things adulting, adulthood, leveling up in your 20s, as well as self-development and self-improvement tips. If you care about that kind of content, don't leave without clicking that subscribe button down below and also the bell button that is beside it so that you'll be the first to be notified whenever I post a new video. That being said, let's get right into today's video. I remember like when I decided to make this video, I was excited and everything, but over time I started second guessing it because I was like, I'm still a work in progress. Do I really want to come on here and talk about how to handle negative emotions when there are sometimes I don't get it right? But I found myself in a position where, someone asked me how to handle a negative emotion that they were feeling at that moment. And I was able to help the person out. And it just reminded me that even though I am not where I want to be in terms of managing my emotions excellently, I am definitely not where I used to be. Hallelujah. As a certified counselor, because I am a counselor, certified, trained, okay, it will definitely be beneficial to share the tips I have learned through my studies and through personal experience as well with you guys. So that being said, let's get to the very first tip on how to handle negative emotions. This tip will work with regards to almost all negative emotions, but specifically with feelings of sadness, worry, and in some cases, anger as well. Scientific research identified a neuronal circuit responsible for the brain's ability to purge bad memories. In layman's terms, in order for us to cope and survive on this earth, the human brain is designed to forget bad experiences and remember good ones. This explains why you might have a misunderstanding with someone and soon after, or not too long after, maybe a day or two later, you tend to forget why you were angry, even though you still have at the back of your mind that I'm supposed to be angry with this person, I just don't remember why specifically. Especially not in very extreme situations. You're more likely to forget the bad things that happen and focus on the good ones. You can use this to your advantage because you know that your brain will naturally try to forget, these negative feelings that you're probably feeling in the moment. Try not to react in the moment. Chances are 100% you're not going to react that same way if you take some time out and revisit the topic later or revisit the issue later. Maybe in a day's time or in 2 days' time, hopefully not too far into the future, like a month later or anything crazy like that. You could maybe take a walk, leave the scene of the crime, go watch a funny movie or something cheerful. How many times do you worry about a situation and then in 3 days' time it's like, oh, it's solved. Oh, wow. Why did I spend so much time worrying and getting scared? So with emotions like sadness, emotions like worry, they eventually pass with time. This particular tip is for the emotion that has put so many of you into trouble, including yours truly, anger. Research shows that of all the negative emotions, of all the moods, anger is the one that people are the most unwilling to try to change or work on. And by extension, is the feeling that people are the worst at controlling. And the reason is pretty simple. It is exhilarating. It is energizing when you're shouting at the top of your lungs, or you're raising your shoulders and you're going crazy. It seems like a powerful emotion, but it doesn't look good on you. We can do better. This particular tip I got from a book that I am currently reading to help me grow in emotional intelligence, and the book is Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goleman. One of the points the author makes is to avoid venting when you're angry. When I first saw that, statement, I was like, why would anyone avoid venting when they're angry? Like, is that not what you need to do? Get it out of your chest? But contrary to what most people believe, Daniel Goleman says that venting actually does not help matters. A more productive approach would be develop a charitable line of thought. Let me explain. If, for instance, you're driving, you're in a good mood, and then someone cuts you off, and that just ticks you off, like you just want to go bonkers on that person. Rather than entertain the thoughts that this person willingly tried to cut you off, to test you, or to piss you off, Daniel Goleman tells us, for lack of better words, to try to give excuses for this person that tried to cut you off in traffic. So for instance, to think towards the lines of, oh, this person probably has a medical emergency. They're probably rushing to the hospital. Or, oh, this person, probably did not, see me. They did not mean to cut me off because they did not see me. Like, this can sort of be like denial. And I'm probably sure that if this is done on extreme levels, it is not completely healthy. But I did actually put this to action, on 1 or 2 occasions. And I found that it actually helped. Making excuses for people. It actually does help to explore more charitable lines of thought. You're basically tampering anger with mercy, thereby reducing that buildup of rage that you initially felt. So in order for this to work, you have to try to keep your mouth quiet or shut and actually process what just happened in your brain and just give excuses for those people. This is not for extreme circumstances like in abusive situations. No, this is just for basic little things that people do on a daily basis to try and take you off. If you find it a bit challenging to do this, feel free to explore using a counselor to help you overcome feelings of anger that you may have towards someone. Most of the time, the emotion that we feel is not on the same level with the reaction that we met out. Have you ever been in a situation where, somebody is raging out, getting angry, raising their voice, and you finally ask, what happened? And then you hear what happened and you're like, but this reaction is not appropriate for, this thing that was done to you. So maybe you're taking it a little bit too far in the way that you have chosen to react to this situation. If that has ever happened to you, just lift your hands. Sometimes we express anger or rage about a situation that we are actually not angry about. If we can actually take a moment to ourselves before reacting and think, wait, this feeling I'm feeling now, why am I feeling this way? Where is it stemming from? If you're honest with yourself, most times you would find that what you're feeling is fear. Maybe fear that something is going to happen, or fear that something is not going to happen. But rather than explore that feeling of fear or sadness, a lot of people would not want to explore those feelings. They would just rather get angry, That's when you hear things like transfer of aggression and so on and so forth. This also happens in situations where maybe somebody keeps piling up all these emotions and refuses to address them. They will just end up like exploding for a much smaller issue when the main issue that they were having was something that happened months and months and months or years ago. So in essence, a lot of times people use anger to mask their fears, their worries, sadness, and so on and so forth. If you take time out to actually process your thoughts and explore your feelings a bit deeper, even if it's just a minute, a second, you will find that anger is not the appropriate emotion in that moment. And so the best way to respond to that situation would not be to scream or shout, but to simply maybe just communicate your fears to the person or the people that are involved in that situation, and voila, the problem will be solved. I have definitely done it and I have found that it was incredibly helpful. It helps me process my thoughts and met out the right emotion to that particular situation. Again, you can actually see a counselor to help you with this if this is something you're struggling to do. In conclusion, I'm sure you guys have all heard the saying that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. So it is important to actually take responsibility for our emotions. That is the first step to actually growing in this area of your life. We've come to the end of this video. If you have any further tips, kindly put it in the comment section below. If you got any form of value from this video, kindly give this video a thumbs up. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly click on that subscribe button and also that bell button that is beside the subscribe button so that you'll be the first to be notified whenever I post a new video. Till the next time we see, never be afraid to share your stories, spread love, and have fun. Bye!